What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. Today we're going to talk about Anthony Stolarz of the University of Nebraska at Omaha. Leaving Uno for the OHL London Knights. Kind of a tough break for the 45th pick in the draft, the highest drafted player ever to play at Nebraska-Omaha. And it's tough. He's struggling, 2-5 with an 898 save percentage and a 256 goals against average. Behind the starter, John Faulkner was been a regular starter since his freshman year. Faulkner's a senior, and obviously Stolarz was a freshman. It was a tough transition going from the NAHL to the WCHA, is what Dean Blaze, head coach at Nebraska-Omaha, said. And it's going to be tough going from that to the London Knights. They just waived one of the goalies today, which is tough. Junior hockey being a business like it is. But I'm assuming Stolarz will get the majority of the starts in London. I know they just had like a 22-game winning streak. I know they won last night after losing, so on another streak, I guess. But, it's a tough situation for college hockey coaches because a highly touted freshman being there. Do you give him the bulk of the starts just because he can go to juniors and the other kid can't? That really puts gun to your head. Then for Stolarz, I'm not going to comment whether or not it was I don't know if it was the right move for his development. He's a huge kid, get good size, get all the intangibles of being a hell of a goalie. And it was, pretty high pick for the Flyers. But, you got to look at it and say, he'd be the starter next year going into it for the Mavs. I'm trying to think what Nebraska-Omaha's logo is. And going to as a starter next year, then have 3 years to develop as opposed to, he's going to be battling it out for the starting spot for London going to the playoffs, which healthy competition is great. And then, what's he going to do next year? Is he assume the starting job? That's in London. If he's riding pine there's no other options for him to do it. And, it's really developing goaltenders is really hit or miss in these highly drafted kids. Do I think where he played prior to Omaha being a factor? Yeah. I think had he played in the USHL and the BC League, which are slightly better leagues than the NAHL, he would have had a better shot at, consistency in the college ranks. But, it's a tough draw for college hockey, but I wish Stolarz nothing but the best. I think he has a shot to really be something for the Flyers. The Brizgalov situation with the amnesty clause, we don't know how that's going to go. He's at least 4 or 5 years away from being an NHL guy. But, he's really got some talent, and, hopefully he figures it out in London, because if not, he's really up the creek without a paddle. Because then he's going to have, next year, maybe an overage year, and no college degree to fall back on. So, he took a major gamble, and hopefully for his sake and the Flyers' sake, it pays off. And I'd like to know what kind of role the Flyers, if any, they played, and I'd have them go to London. I can't imagine them telling a kid to leave school to go play juniors. That doesn't really seem like the organizational mantra in Philly, but you never know. Anyway, that's all this episode of the Power Play with CJ and Anthony Stolarz leaving Uno to go play for the London Knights, the OHL. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the season and beyond. Later, guys.